I had a dream, and Spirit wants me to share it with you. A scarab landed on my foot, my left heel to be exact. And it didn't just land there, it pushed part of itself into me, into my heel, almost like a stinger, and it didn't hurt. Let me say that again because your body needs to hear it slowly. A scarab, the ancient Egyptian symbol of resurrection, of the soul rising out of the grave, landed on the most vulnerable, most grounded point of my body, and it left something inside me painlessly. And when I woke up, I had chills, and I knew that I needed to share this message with you. And it wasn't the cold kind of chills, the other kind, the kind you get where maybe even listening to this, you're getting them too, when something is true before your mind has caught up to the why. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why your body reacts to certain things before you can explain them. Why some of you have been carrying and knowing you've never had words for. And why some of you, and you already feel it, were marked and may not even know it. Stay with me. Welcome back, loves, and welcome if you're new to the sanctuary. I'm so glad you found your way here. This is a chosen one's video, but it's not the version you've been sold before. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Always use your own discernment. You know you are your best guide. I'm sharing the truth Spirit has shown me, because what Spirit showed me in this dream cracked something open. And I think it's for some of you too. If it's yours, you'll feel it land, probably in your body, before your mind agrees. So let's get into it. In order to understand what happened in this dream, you have to understand what the scarab is, because it's not just a random bug. This is one of the most sacred symbols the ancient world ever produced. The Egyptians watched the dung beetle roll a ball of dung across the desert floor, and then they watched something that looked to them like a miracle. Out of that buried ball of waste, the discarded, the dark, new beetles emerged, new life, crawling out of what everyone else had walked past and called waste. So they made it a god. They called him Khepri, the god of the rising sun, the force that rolls the sun up over the horizon every morning. Self-created, self-renewing. Nobody made Khepri. Khepri made himself. And the name, this is the part I want you to hold, the name means to come into being or to become. So sit with what the scarab actually is. It's a thing that creates itself out of what everyone else calls waste. It takes dung, the discarded, darkest, lowest material, and it makes new life. It makes the sun. It is the ultimate symbol of transformation from the very bottom, of resurrection, of becoming. Okay, that's a symbol that came to me. But here's what you need to know. The Egyptians did one more thing with the scarab, and that's the part that changes everything about this dream. They laid scarabs over the hearts of the dead. When they wrapped a body for burial, they placed a carved scarab, the heart scarab, and hello, green heart, my symbol, directly over the heart, because they believed that the soul had to make a journey down through the underworld, through the darkness, all the way to the hall of judgment, where the heart would be weighed. And their fear was that at that moment, the moment of judgment, the heart might betray the soul, might speak against it, might break under the weight of everything it had carried. So they gave the dead a guardian, the scarab, placed over the heart to protect it through the descent, to make sure that when the soul reached the bottom of the underworld, the heart would not betray it and it would rise. The scarab is the guardian of the underworld journey, the protector of the heart through the descent and into rebirth. So I want you to ask yourself something. Why would this symbol, the one thing whose entire purpose is guarding people through the underworld and back, why would that come to someone in a dream, land on her body, and refuse to leave? Hold that question, because now we get to where it landed. It didn't land on my head, it didn't land on my hand, it landed on my left heel. And nothing about that is random. Nothing. The left side, in nearly every tradition, is the receiving side, the feminine, the intuitive, the side that takes in rather than pushes out. The scarab came to the side of me that receives. And the heel. The heel is two things at once. And this is what gave me the chills. The heel is your Achilles, your vulnerable point, the place of woundedness, the spot where you can be brought down, right? Hence the Achilles heel. But the heel is also the thing that carries your entire body weight, your foundation, your point of contact with the earth. the part of you that touches the ground when you take your next step. So the scarab embedded itself at the exact place where you are most vulnerable and most grounded at the same time. The wound and the foundation, the Achilles and the anchor, the same point. And it left something inside. That's not a visitation, loves. That's an implantation, an anointing from within. The resurrection symbol didn't bless me from the outside. It put something into my body at my point of contact with the earth, at my most vulnerable and most rooted place. And it didn't hurt. Rebirth entered through the heel and stayed. And that's why the chills, because the body knows. The body always knows first. Something was installed. And if you've been getting chills through this whole video, pay attention, because I don't think that's a coincidence either, because we don't believe in coincidences here. Now, here's where I have to tell you what this really is, because this is a chosen one's video, right? And this is where it turns. We've been sold a version of chosen. You've seen it, the soft, passive, commercial version. You're chosen, you're special, you're chosen. So sit back and wait for the universe to deliver. Buy the crystal, pull the card, wait for your blessing to arrive, because you're one of the special ones. And that's not exactly what chosen means. That's a lie that was sold to keep you still. Here's what the scarab taught me. Being chosen is not a status, it's an assignment. The scarab doesn't come to be comfortable, it comes to the one making the descent. It guards the soul that has to go down through the underworld, through the dark, through the weighing of the heart, and come back. It marks the ones who are built for the journey most people spend their whole lives avoiding. And it recognizes its own. And that's exactly what I do as a medium, right? Think about who the scarab actually is. It's the one who takes the discarded, the dung, the waste, the worst material, and makes life out of it. Now think about who you are. If you're the kind of person who has taken the hardest things that ever happened to you and turned them into medicine for someone else, if you've walked through survival mode and come back with your hands full of something to give, if your wound became the exact thing you now use to heal other people, then understand what I'm telling you. You already are the scarab. You already roll the dung of your hardest experiences into new life. That's not something you're waiting to become. It's what you've been doing. The symbol didn't just come to me randomly. And if this video found you, if your body's been reacting this whole time, it didn't find you at random either. You are also being recognized. You were marked, marked for the descent and return, consecrated for the work of becoming, not for a status, for a calling, for a purpose. And you may not even know it, but your body does. It's known the whole time. So here's the question I want to leave you sitting in, the only one that really matters. If you're marked, if you're chosen, for what? Because that's a part the commercial version never really asks or answers for us, right? It's happy to let you feel special and do nothing, but the scarab doesn't roll a feeling up over the horizon. It rolls the sun. It does the work. It takes the waste and makes something. So look at your life, the confinement you're in, the reason or the season that's breaking you down right now. Okay, the hardest, darkest, most discarded material of your whole story. The stuff you'd give anything to not be carrying. Look at that. That's not your punishment. That's your dung ball. Okay, that's raw material. And you're the beetle who makes the sun out of it. The question was never, am I chosen? Your body already answered that. The question is, chosen for what? And what am I actually doing about it? Sit with where you've been marked. A moment, a wound, a knowing your body reacted to before your mind could explain it. That place, the vulnerable place that also carries all your weight, that's your heel. That's where the rebirth went in. Don't let it stay dormant. You weren't marked to sit still. You were marked to rise. If this one landed in your body, if you got the chills, if you felt seen, do me a favor and let me know in the comments where you felt it. I read every single one. And if you're ready to actually do the work, not just sit in the feeling of being chosen, but to actually do something with it, the descent and return work, the shadow work, the real becoming, I built a whole space for that in the sanctuary. Your chosen one's path workbook and the inner sanctuary are waiting for you if you feel called. Links are in the description. If you're one of the ones this video found on purpose, you already know. Come do the work with me. Remember to take what resonated, leave what doesn't, and go do something with what you were given, because you were given it for a reason. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helped.